the tangible assets that you have, which is cash in hand, the land, the buildings, all these kind of things, will account only for 2%. So if you decide to sell the company at a point of time, and not the shares, whatever tangible assets you have, you get only 2% of the value of market capital. So the rest of it is called as intellectual capital. Intellectual capital is the market capital minus tangible assets. And why I am saying all this is because I was just calculating for some of the today's, you are going to have a number of interesting panelists from TCS. Now today's intellectual capital value of TCS, for example, comes to be 80%. That means tangible assets account for only 20% of the market capital. Similarly, if I look at Wipro, it is also coming somewhat similar. 60 to 70% is intellectual capital. Their entire tangible assets are not more than 30% of the market capital. You will find in most of the companies across the world, 70% of the market capital is intellectual capital, only about 30% are tangible assets. Now why I am saying all of it is, I want to pick up an agenda from the HR people. Should HR people work for making sure the company gets its annual targets, and should they contribute to tangible assets or should they contribute to intangible assets? My hypothesis is in the last 2 to 3 decades, HR people spent a lot of their time contributing to tangible assets. It is not they who make the tangible assets, they provide support systems that are required for those who make the tangible assets. Who are either the production people, the finance people, or the service delivery people and things of that kind. At best, the HR person can show that he is saving the costs by showing to the company that instead of getting one type of a consultant, he got another type of a consultant and he's probably saved 10 lakhs of rupees or 50 lakhs of rupees. This is a very unfortunate way of looking at things. In other words, I think HR people should not be in the business of contributing to tangible assets. On the other hand, they should be in the business of contributing to intangible assets. Now, what are these intangible assets which keep the market value of a company high? The intangible assets, number one today, are values. Values are very good intangible assets. If TCS, Infosys, Wipro and all these organizations, or for that matter in the pharma industry, a large number of other companies, or if companies like Bajaj or Tata's, other people, they are known for reliability of their promises. They are known for delivering whatever they say. They are known for their quality of products and services. So ensuring that you provide reliable and good quality products and services becomes a very important part of the intellectual capital. That builds brand, and that brings up the image of a company in the minds of people. So HR people should therefore focus on making the company reliable, making the company quality driven, and also HR people should focus on getting the right kind of people to do all this. That means value driven people. I'm sure some of you have recently, or a few weeks ago, seen in the newspapers, there is one particular individual who is leaving one of the top IT companies in Bangalore. And when he is leaving IT companies in Bangalore and he is joining another company in US, suddenly the share value of that company where he is expected to join has gone. Now you can see how good leaders can make a lot of difference in improving the market value of the company. It is quite a usual kind of a thing, and I'm sure most of you remember what happened to the case of Satyam. The day Mr. Ramanikkaraju announced that he is riding a tiger, and on which if he gets down there is a problem, if he doesn't there is a problem, and so on. You saw what happened to market capitalization of Satyam the next few months. It fell down from something like 400 and reached a negative until I think a group of people have salvaged the situation, sold the company, and now it is back at least in business and so on. That means values contribute a great deal to market capital of a company, image of a company, brand of a company, and so on. I think there are many such examples. Therefore, the agenda for human resource people should be more in terms of focusing on talent. In fact, I want to say, in the last few months we have seen what got devalued in India. Rupee got phenomenally devalued, and we all got into jittery kind of a situation. We said that the rupee is going to touch 70 rupees a dollar. Dollar has gone up, and so on. So money can get valued and devalued, but there is one thing which will always get upvalued, always, except under certain kind of conditions, and that is talent. Therefore, the most important currency for which the HR people should be working for is talent. That means HR people should be all the time spotting talent, nurturing talent, multiplying talent, and utilizing talent. If talent is not used, it gets into a wastage kind of a situation.